Hi guys, this is Mosh. If you're new here, click on that subscribe button. Today I'm going to be talking about what books you should read, especially as a beginner, about investing and trading. Now me personally, when I started trading in 2020, I wasn't a big reader. So I've really had to force myself to read. And what I recommend doing is start making it into a habit. I started off reading and having a goal of reading 10 pages a day from a book. Once I managed to do that consistently, I moved up to 20 pages, then 20 pages became a chapter. And I think that's the best way to go if you're not a big reader. And one thing I really find about books compared to YouTube or podcast is you get a lot more depth out of books than you do from YouTube and podcasts. I'm going to start off with one of my favorite books. It's called The Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins. And I'll link it in below if you want to buy that book from Amazon. The book is all about financial independence, but for me, as a beginner, when I started reading it, it gives you an aspect of what money means for you. How you value money and how you see money as. Now in the book, it talks about something called FU money. FU money is basically you can afford to leave your job, or if you lose your job, you can sustain yourself to 6 months to a year. And he talks about his own personal experience of doing that, taking breaks from different jobs for up to a year, and he's got that money to allow him to sustain his life. One of the key things this book taught me was the power of compounding. And once you know about compounding, honestly, you can't get it out of your head. It's something that you need to do. And once you really understand it, it's so powerful. I done a video on that and I'll put it in the card so you can check that out. Alright, next up we have One Up on Wall Street by Peter Lynch. Now this is more stock orientated. The Simple Path to Wealth is about yourself and how you manage your money. This is more about how to find the right stocks. And I think he does a brilliant job. After reading this, I actually found NIO and invested in NIO at $4.5. Now it's trading like almost $60. He talks about what you need to do to look for that 10 bagger. 10 bagger means it's gone up 10 times its price. How to find the 20 bagger. And this is more about long-term investing, 5, 10, 15, 20 year investing. It's not for short-term investing or short-term trading. Even though the book is quite old, I think he gives some really valuable tips on when to buy and sell stocks. So definitely a recommended read from me. Next up, we have The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. Now, this book is very well known. And again, the gist of this book is about the power of compounding. It talks about why you should invest in the S&P 500 or the Russell 2000, and it gives you certain values and returns that you get. So if you really want to understand the effects of compounding with evidence, I would definitely recommend this book. Again, it's linked in below. Next, we have How to Make Money in Stocks by William J. O'Neill. Now, I really like this book because it gives a lot of examples and chart analysis. If I open up to like a random page, you can see there's a lot of charts and he goes through the explanation. So it's not just written word, it actually gives you some visuals as well. Now, this book is good for if you want to do mainly fundamental analysis, but there is some technical side as well. So for example, looking for the cup and handle and certain other aspects of technical analysis. One thing I did find is some of the strategies and some of the things he talks about is outdated, but again, it's a good one for beginners. Next on the list, we have a very interesting book. When you do trading or investing, there's different strategies you can use. This is mainly focused on one. It's called Stocks on the Move by Andreas Gleno. I think that's how you pronounce it. Okay. And it's all about momentum strategies. A momentum strategy is when a stock has large volume and it's moving in a certain direction. So this week, AMC and GameStop, they've actually been killing it. So that's what you call a stock on the move, or what he would call a stock on the move. It's a momentum strategy. You go with the momentum of the stock. And every week, there'll always be a couple of stocks that are stocks on the move. And they're the stocks that you want to look out for. So he gives you some ideas, tips, hints, strategies on how to find them. The next book is for traders and not investors. But again, it's a good read, especially for the technical side of it. So it's How to Day Trade for a Living, and I found this a very easy read. Some books, they can get a bit complex, especially with the terminology. It's by Andrew Aziz. Again, it's linked in below. This book I would really recommend for beginners that want to start day trading. It gives you the very basics. It gives you, for example, what it means to be a retail trader, what it means to be an institutional trader, how they both function, certain technical analysis he goes through, the basic ones that you need. And he talks about how to find stocks as well, how to use a stock screener, what you should look for, and it gives you a lot of ideas. So that's definitely highly recommended for me. Now, because I like that book so much, and I'm not really a day trader, I'm a swing trader. So I thought I'd buy this, How to Swing Trade by Brian Pezim. Again, a fantastic book for swing traders. If you're beginning out, it gives you good ideas, good hints, good tips. It talks about technical analysis and certain strategies you can use. Again, it's on a beginner level, it's not advanced level, but I think if you're starting out, it's definitely a book that you should get. Next on the list, we have Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. Now, this is about psychology. I'll be honest, been trading investing for about almost a year now. Psychology is key, especially in the trading game. It's probably one of the most important aspects to your edge. Okay, what I mean by edge is how you go about buying and selling stocks. It is a good book. However, I found it a very, very difficult read. I struggled to get through more than 15 pages at a time or in a day. I feel like the author takes too long. A certain chapter he talks about the psychology, I'll be honest, he could have written down in one page, but instead it goes on for like 3-4 pages. He gives examples, explanations. It's just really long-winded. So I did struggle with this book actually. All right, next on the list is Unknown Market Wizards. This is a fantastic book. Now, it doesn't really give you any strategies or hints. What the author does, he goes around, interviews the best traders of that year basically. And it's called Unknown Market Traders because they're not well known in the financial world. Now, he doesn't interview retail traders, he interviews traders that have worked in stock markets that are trading themselves on their own accounts. I really like this book. It gives you a lot of good ideas and it encourages you as well. You know, when you see people making like 100, 200% returns, it encourages you that if they can do it, you can do it as well. And they're not like super geniuses, they're just normal guys. Now, one thing I really did learn from this book, although the book's not about this, every interview that he's done, a lot of the traders that he talks to is really about risk management. They talk about how important it is to manage your risks. Literally every single trader he interviews in the book. Now, he does give you different strategies. They don't really talk in depth about strategies. Obviously, some people want to keep the strategies to themselves, but there's one that just uses social media. So whatever's trending on social media, he'll trade that stock. Last on the list is a book, but I actually couldn't find the book. So I managed to find a PDF online. It's called Short-Term Strategies That Work by Larry Connors and Cesar Alvarez. Now, this is really good in terms of trying to find certain strategies that you can embed in your own strategy. So for example, the RSI, the traditional period is to use 14-day period. But after reading this, I actually start using a 2-day period on the RSI now. And they explain why you should use a 2-day RSI instead of 14-day. And it goes through many, many strategies and they show you exactly what you need to do and how to do it. It is a fantastic book. However, the strategies they've listed are from like 10, 15 years ago. I don't think all of them would work now, but it gives you ideas to embed in your own strategies. That's a summary of all the books. Now, YouTube and podcasts do help. However, I feel you don't get as much depth as you do from books from YouTube and other sources. Now, if you want a free stock worth up to £100, all you have to do is use my link in the box below, deposit £1, and you can get a free share. You can actually get a free share from Trading 212 and Free Trade. I'll link them both below. Please go like and subscribe as this helps me figure out what type of content you guys like.